Dear God, as we gather this evening, we ask that you influence our hearts and minds so that we govern this city fairly and justly. And we thank you for the many blessings you have bestowed upon our community. And we ask for your continued protection for our city staff and crews. And we ask that you watch over the citizens that during this time that may need your assistance and need to know that they matter to everyone. In Jesus' names I pray. Amen. Right.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Right.
Start with the consent agenda.
Mr. Mayor, I'll make a motion that we approve the items listed on our consent agenda as on the agenda under the consent agenda.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right.
Oh, we don't have any guests today, so we'll move on to ordinances. Bill 4758 to become ordinance 4758, second reading, an ordinance approving the adoption of amended budgets for the fiscal year beginning January 1, 2023 and ending December 31st, 2023.
Mr. Mayor, make a motion, Bill 4758 become ordinance 4758 on the second reading. A second.
Hi, Earlene.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. So nice to see you guys. So this ordinance, as we discussed last month, is basically a cleanup ordinance that we generally do at the end of the year. We don't expect any net impact on this one. So it's anywhere that revenues are increasing, we're also increasing expenditures. Same with decreases. So in the grant fund, we have some grant projects that aren't as far along as we thought they would be. So we're decreasing revenues and decreasing expenditures. All of these items offset. The only exception to that is the brand new special revenue fund, which is about $50,000. Normally we cover those expenses in the general fund, but for accounting rules and trying to true everything up and make it proper, we're going to add a budget for that we didn't previously have. Any questions I can answer for you?
No, not for now.
Okay. All right.
If no other discussion, Allison?
Bill 4758 to become ordinance 4758, second reading. Neese,
Yes.
Neeson,
Yes.
Merle,
Yes.
Collins.
Yes.
Topliff.
Yes. I'm like really loud today.
Bill 4759 to become ordinance 4759, first reading, an ordinance to authorize the city administrator to execute a contract between the city of West Plains, Missouri and the Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission, providing for the installation of traffic signal battery components to be maintained by the commission.
Mr. Mayor, make a motion, Bill 4759 become ordinance 4759 on the second read, on this first reading.
Second.
Good. Hi, Brian.
If you all remember, a few years ago, we went through kind of the bypass 160 area and a couple down Porter Wagner area where we did battery backup. We got into an agreement with MoDOT. So we paid for the actual battery backup and the system that goes on the lights, keeps them working during power outages and such. So it saves us from getting a call to come put signs up, which we don't have, and it's on MoDOT anyway, and they won't put them up unless they're out. I think they said a 2-hour kind of minimum. So this will just kind of finish them out through town. So it's a really good thing.
These will be going on the new ones that they just installed along.
Yeah, on Broadway in that area.
Yeah.
Kind of thought that they were in with that, process, but
Right,
come to
yeah.
find out that they weren't. So
We did not buy that option.
yeah. Anyway, so now we're gonna hopefully do it and get them all finished up through towns.
Yeah, it's important to keep them that way. Okay. No other discussion, Allison?
Bill 4759 to become ordinance 4759, first reading. Nice,
Yes.
Neeson,
Yes.
Merle.
Yes.
Collins.
Yes.
Topliff.
Yes.
Hey, Dustin. Bill 4761 to become ordinance 4761, first reading. An ordinance providing for the adoption of the international codes which include the 2021 Building Code, section 10-83, 2021 Mechanical Code, section 10-147, 2021 Property Maintenance Code, section 10-394, 2021 Plumbing Code, section 10-417, 2021 Fire Code, section 20-3, 2021 Residential Code, section 10-528, 2021 Fuel Gas Code, section 10-522, 2021 Existing Building Code, section 10-85, and 2020 National Electric Code, section 10-247.
Wow.
Well done.
There you go. That's how you do it.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion, Bill 4761 become ordinance 4761 on this first reading.
Second.
Well, good evening, Mayor and Council, and I'll try to top that next month. So the code cycle for building codes is every 3-year cycle. We typically adopt every other year just due to not a lot of changes and plus for cost reasons. You'll see that this one's a little late on the adoption cycle, but we typically like to have the code out for a year because there's some amendments that come along typically, and there's a revision. And then also we were training up a couple of the guys in the department to go to some of those trainings to learn what those changes were. So happy to answer any questions you have, and it also helps with our ISO ratings for the building department as well.
Could you have included like some sub paragraphs and stuff next time to really?
Taking note.
Get the detail in there.
Yeah. All right, Allison?
Bill 4761 to become ordinance 4761, first reading. Nice,
Yes.
Neeson,
Yes.
Merle.
Yes.
Collins.
Yes.
Topliff.
Yes.
Thank you.
Bill 4762 to become ordinance 4762, first reading. An ordinance of the city of West Plains, Missouri, authorizing the city administrator to execute a Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission Railway Highway Crossing Improvement Program Supplemental Agreement.
Mr. Mayor, make a motion, Bill 4762 become ordinance 4762 on this first reading.
Second.
Good evening. Alrighty, so what this is, we had a previous agreement with MoDOT for the funding of the overpass. With the rise of prices, we have basically gone back to them, hey, is there anything more you can kick in? This is approving that with an extended deadline.
Okay,
I mean, that's the only real change to the agreement, but that, because of the extra funding, we needed the supplemental.
and we've reached a point where right of ways are clear and
Basically now it's all of the crossing Ts, dotting Is. We'll have this one, we'll do it again in January. And then if everything goes according to plan, within a matter of weeks after we approve everything in January, that should have given Ryan at CMT enough time to wrap everything up and we can be going to bid.
okay, fantastic.
So this doesn't allow notice to proceed yet.
No, not yet. Not yet.
All right. Would you cause the roll to be called, Allison?
Absolutely. Bill 4762 to become ordinance 4762, first reading. Nice,
Yes.
Neeson,
Yes.
Merle.
Yes.
Collins.
Yes.
Topliff.
Yes.
So Bill 4763 has been pulled from the agenda, so we'll move on to resolutions.
All right.
Resolution 2023-30, a resolution to authorize the city administrator to execute an agreement between Show Me Power Electric Cooperative and the city of West Plains, Missouri.
I'll make a motion, resolution 2023-30 be approved.
Second.
Shane?
Good evening. This is just an agreement we've been working on with Show Me and Toth Engineering for the last year or so for our new interconnect at West Plains 3 on 160 to give us a more reliable power source for the city of West Plains.
And does this also still have an effect on our transmission fees that we have to pay?
It actually gives us a little bit of a cost break once it is energized,
Yeah,
because we'll also be doing away with our connection at Lanton when that
Okay.
happens. So being the bigger sub and a direct connection to Associated we'll save some money throughout the year. with
Okay,
Show
but
Me.
it's not like the full transmission line where we were gonna,
No, this
go
is
up
just
there.
to make the connection and run it to land.
okay. Okay. No further discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
It's aye. No, sorry.
Resolution 2023-31, a resolution of the city of West Plains, Missouri, adopting the 2024 to 2028 capital improvement plan.
Mr. Mayor, make a motion, resolution 2023-31 be approved.
Second.
All right.
Good evening again. I know,
Hi.
surprise, look, it's me.
Good.
So this is the commonly known as the CIP. This is our capital improvement plan, which is required by city law to be passed along with the budget every year. We presented this originally back in September, so it was September 26th. When we had a work session to talk about this document. We have not made any changes since then. This one only requires a resolution, so it's just a one vote, which is why we don't do it at the same time as the normal ordinances that we do for budget. Any questions I can answer?
All those in favor say aye.
Aye. Resolution 2023-32, a resolution to authorize the city administrator to execute the on-airport memorandum of agreement between the Department of Transportation, Federal Aviation Administration, and the city of West Plains, Missouri.
Mr. Mayor, make a motion, resolution 2023-32 be approved.
I second.
Hi, Brian.
Hi. I'm not sure if if I have any extra thing to add to this, but it's just an agreement that, I think it's 20, went out to 40 something. I don't remember what it was, but it's a 20-year lease agreement, whatever, with the FAA for them to oversee and for us to be able to get funding and still be in that program.
Okay. All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Resolution 2023-33, a resolution to authorize the mayor to execute the declaration of deed restriction between the city of West Plains, Missouri and the Missouri Department of Natural Resources for the all-inclusive park.
Mr. Mayor, make a motion, resolution 2023-33 be approved.
Second.
Aye.
Good evening. So where we did the all-inclusive park, the Butler Children's Park, it was actually an LWCF park before. And when we went back through this grant process, trying to wrap everything up, we had just noticed this restriction wasn't already attached to the deed. And so that's what you'll be executing.
Okay.
Are we all done?
After this should tomorrow should be submitting everything. And short of them having, grammar corrections, everything's done.
Are signing up yet?
Yes.
Perfect.
All right. All those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All right.
There's no council action, so we'll move on to the city administrator's report.
Good evening, Mayor, council members. Thank you for your time this evening. Nothing really to report other than holiday season is upon us. So city offices will be closed on Monday, December 25th, and on Monday, January 1st. Main impact for residents is trash services. So those with Monday pickups will need to have their trash out on Tuesdays. Otherwise, no other changes to the schedule. If you've driven downtown over the past several days, we have installed our first parklet in downtown West Plains. It's basically an outdoor seating arrangement that encourages residents to get out and explore and, enjoy the scenery and the company a little bit more. So thank you to our staff who put the time in to build the structure. Appreciate the partnership with Ozark Pizza. They're the ones that kind of indicated an interest in having it out there. So it's an experiment. We're going to see how it goes, and hopefully it'll go well, and might not be the only one that we install at some point in the future. But other than that, I don't think I have anything else to add, but happy to answer any questions you all might have.
That's a fantastic tie you have on there.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I get more compliments on this tie than any other one I own. I also don't wear that many ties, so. Thank you, sir.
All right. Well, before we adjourn, I just wanted to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, Joyous Kwanzaa, Feliz Navidad, Mele Kalikimaka, happy holidays and Festivus for the rest of us. So no further business. May God bless, and we are adjourned.